Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to take you somewhere pretty special. Alright guys, so we have just pulled up to my second rental. And by that I mean the second house that I ever bought to fix up and that turned into a rental. Now, this house has been rented for the last 6 years. Same tenants, as a matter of fact. And they did want to buy the property. I wasn't really interested in selling it at the time that they asked. They got in a position where they could buy. So they have officially moved out. So this is the first time that I've seen this home in quite a while. We did do some repairs. We remodeled the bathrooms, both bathrooms. It is a 3-bed, 2-bath house, and some of the kitchen too. The kitchen floor needed some work. But other than that, for the last 6 years, this has basically been a very easygoing rental. I'm sure that there will be some things that need to be done. I'm sure it's even going to be probably pretty embarrassing to walk in, just because when I first started and was doing remodels, I didn't really know what I was doing. It'd be interesting to kind of compare a house that I did back in, say, 2017, because that's when I bought it, 2017, to how I do them now, which now we don't really spare any expense. We go above and beyond. And in the beginning, I didn't have very much money at all. So bear with me, don't judge me too bad. And but I'm super excited to be able to go in and see this place after all this time. So one of the first things that jumps out to me is mowing this yard for the first time. I'm gonna put a picture here of what it looked like when I first bought it. So yeah, it was really grown up. I remember trimming that tree, all of these trees and bushes out here, and yeah, that was a rough go. I did that while the new roof was going on, because we did that on day one of it. And I just remember, man, so much this giant tree, cutting some limbs off of it that were reaching to the house. That one seems to have grown back over that. All of this on this side, and goes with the house as well. It's part of the property. I do have it staked there because I was considering sectioning that off and selling it as a building lot, or building something on it myself. I'm not so sure I'm going to be doing that now, but those trees in the middle there are just overgrown and could be taken out. But anyway, it's just, and it's so surreal. It feels crazy. I mean, even the shutters, I mean, they don't look as good as the day that I did it, but I built the shutters for the house back when we first bought it. A board and batten shutters there. And see, now my brain is just going crazy because I'm thinking about how I would definitely change that light fixture out these days. Definitely would have painted this post that we put up here. Needs a good pressure washing, needs some paint, as you can see there. Needs a little bit of work. Let's go inside. All right, so the first thing that just screams out to me, oh my gosh, are these outlets. Why in the world those haven't been changed out to not be black outlets with white covers? Makes me pretty, I don't know, feel weird. But so if I'm standing here thinking about buying this property and what needs to be done to it. Number one, the ceiling fan would come out. Number two, there's some trim work up there that needs to be fixed. Number three would be these outlets. Surprisingly, the carpet's really not in bad shape. Needs a good, probably shampooing and vacuuming, but other than that, I mean, it looks pretty good. There's a couple, I don't know. I'd probably rip it up though. It's had a lot of furniture sitting on it. Here's another. We have no gas that goes here, yet I didn't cut that out back then. That feels weird. Anyway, like I said, you got to bear with me because I feel really strange showing this off after all this time. So there's the kitchen. So we just redid the flooring in here. I obviously put these cabinets in 2017. There was a dishwasher there, and the dishwasher went out. They didn't want to replace it, so we just got a matching cabinet there to put in. But we could have definitely put in some spacers in between those to make it all come together. That would be something I'd do now. These cabinets, I just didn't pull together when I had them installed. And so there's a gap there. It's so weird. But yeah, that handles that. Obviously needs some fresh painting, but nothing that can't be fixed. Interesting though, I believe I've got a picture. If I can find it, I'm gonna put it here of me and my son, my now almost 7-year-old son, when he was so little that I had to tote him around with me as I was doing some touch-up paint work right there. And yeah, he's a whole lot bigger now. I'll put it right here. Going from there into the laundry area here. Actually put this floor down myself. It's like big, I think they're 18-inch by 18-inch, something like that. Tiles that I put down. I mean, look at this. Oh my gosh. I remember getting hurt so bad on this back wall. So there were shelves that lined up right here, went all three ways here. And if I'm not mistaken, there were either 2 or 3 sets of them. And I remember they had these giant nails in them. They had to have been 6 inches long. But I was using a hammer to pull them out. And man, that thing flipped around and cut me so bad. I was bleeding everywhere in here. Gosh, that's crazy. That's your back door. We'll go out there in just a minute. That comes around back into the kitchen, down the hallway. There's this little closet with some paint in there. This flooring is not good. There's one of the bathrooms that we just redid. Got the flooring in. I mean, we did everything top to bottom in here. Need some crown mold put up though. We did not do that. See if that water's still on. It's the first bedroom here. Goes into bedroom number 2 with the closet there. Bedroom 3, the closet, and the second bathroom. We did identical to the other one. So yeah, not too terribly bad. Definitely some things that need to be done before new people move in. So interestingly, just a little backstory on this house. Did buy this house back in 2017. I got it from a guy who bought it at an auction. So I missed the auction. He picked it up. I gave him a couple $1,000 for picking it up so that I could have it. Ended up totally being $54,000. Now that's a 3-bed, 2-bath in a super private country area on almost, it's about 1.5 acres. I think it's 1.6, 1.7, something like that acres, almost 2 acres out here. So really, really crazy because today's value is somewhere around the $250,000 mark, which just absolutely blows my mind because of having held it all this time. Interestingly enough, I was going to flip this house back in 2017, so I had purchased it for 54, had put a little bit of money into it, and was hoping to get around 125, maybe 100 if I had to. So not a whole lot of meat on the bone in those early days, but it's something. It's worth mentioning. It's worth thinking about, holding on to something long term, to now look at it and say, over these last 6 years, somewhere in the neighborhood of $63,000 worth of income has been generated in rent over that time period. So has paid the property off, and now is worth $250,000 on a property that somebody else paid off. On top of that, we didn't just allow it to just sit and just collect rent and do nothing else with it. I definitely pulled from the equity to be able to do other projects, make other things happen in our real estate investing journey. So it's more than just, it's worth more than it was whenever I bought it. It's what it has allowed me to do for my family, and all these other projects, some that you've seen on this channel and some that you haven't, because of not recording things back in the early time. But I'm really excited to be able to show you guys this property that I got so long ago that isn't on this channel at all. I wanted to be able to bring you along and you see the whole process. So something from the very beginning that now you get to see in its current state, and what the value has done and what I've been able to do with the equity over that time period. And so it's really important, something to think about. These quick flips, and I've done them, you've seen me do them on the channels. You don't so much see the rentals and things, but when you hold on to a property, you give it time for its value and its equity to grow. And it's amazing what can be done when you hold on to a property for a couple years. And we're talking about 5-6 years, what this thing has done, instead of doing a quick flip where I may have made $20,000, $30,000. So that'll do it for this video. Just wanted to show you guys another aspect and some past stuff from No Limits Investing before it was even ever called that. So super excited to bring you guys along. Glad you guys got to see this. I'll keep you updated on the journey of whether we sell this property, whether I rent it out to somebody else, or what in the world we do with it. But for now, that'll do it for this video. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching.